Hello everyone. It's been a hot minute since I've put a video out like this. So what better way to return than doing what I do best? That's right. I'll be doing another DDR shoe review. I have here the Altra Escalante 1.5. This video is not sponsored or anything, and if you're looking for a review of this shoe for running, I suggest looking for another review video. I'm just someone who likes to try different shoes for the sole purpose of playing an arcade game. I got the Escalantes back in November, right around when the 8th KAC qualifiers were running, and they've quickly become one of my new favorites. I originally had my eye on the Ultra Solstice, but I had a friend recommend the Escalantes to me, and they looked really interesting. So I decided to grab a pair while they were on sale to find out how well they can perform. I've played in them for maybe about 4 months, so that gave me enough time to put together my thoughts about these shoes. Alright, first let's run through the basics. Escalante 1.5s by Ultra Running. As you can see, I got the black on black color, that's what they call it. It's classified as a neutral running shoe. They come with a special, what they call an Ultra Ego midsole, for a responsive yet soft feel. Ultra's main selling points for their line of shoes are the foot-shaped toe box and having zero heel-to-toe drop. Toe box is so roomy, it lets you relax and splay your toes out, and the zero drop gives you that natural feeling impact. They weigh about 7.9 ounces. That's an entire ounce per shoe compared to the Nike Free Flyknits. Now for how it fits. Let's try these on. Obviously, these have been broken in for a few months now. But even from the first time wearing them, they felt super comfortable. Very cushioned, the upper feels very nice. Nothing inside stabbing my foot, it's always a plus. I got a half size up than usual, just because I read that these run small. I also wanted to account for foot expansion when I play. And after 4 months of playing in them, I think I made the right decision there. The foot-shaped toe box has so much room. At first it felt like maybe a little too much, like maybe sometimes I could feel my foot sliding around in them a little, although the length is perfectly fine. If I got the size I was wearing before, my toe would definitely be poking out there. It's got a soft yet springy feel. The laces were easily long enough for me to double knot with even extra length to spare, and I can keep them tied up and slip them on and off without them feeling too loose. See, real easy. Now for the most important part, how well do these perform? It definitely took me a few sessions to get used to them, especially with the increased weight and profile, since it's got a much beefier body than what I usually go for. An entire ounce on each foot, coming from the Nike Frees, actually makes a huge difference, especially with knowing how much force you need to use to move your feet from one place to another. I remember while I was playing in them for the first time, I couldn't move fast enough for certain patterns with how much more they weighed. It was during KAC qualifiers, so I was playing stuff like Cozy Catastrophe Challenge and Paranoia Revolution, and needless to say, it was so difficult and so frustrating. So I went back to playing easier songs to test timing, and just so happened that day I got a new MFC on Let the Beat Hit 'Em. My recommendation then is, if you do decide to get these, it's to get used to them on easier songs to get a better feel for them. Then once you've finally attuned yourself to them, and that's when they'll really start to shine. The feedback is cushiony yet snappy enough for you to hear your footsteps. The increased surface area with the larger toe box and the larger profile overall feels like it can allow you to move around much less to activate the arrows. The grip in general has been fine. No real issues with being too sticky or slippery or squeaky, and you can easily manipulate the traction with your substance of choice. I've never had to use baby powder to get the traction I want, but sometimes I need some combination of water and wiping on the carpet or a towel to be more grippy for timing. Once I finally attuned myself to these shoes, and with a bit of conditioning and more frequent practice, I was able to nail fast patterns better than I ever have before. And with these, I got my first ITG 17 pass on the power from the Speed Core packs. Cleared the original Strange program for the first time. TriStar on Scatman, Infinity Hyperspace, passed VSLI, which was one of my long-time goals, and also my second 17 pass with Diavolo. It just felt so good and so shocking to me that I was able to hit runs that fast so cleanly. I've never been the best at turns and crossovers, so not really the best one to assess how shoes deal with them, but I didn't have any troubles with the turns that I can normally do. The heels still hit the brackets. You can see how worn this part is and here, but they always clear through. I haven't had any problems with getting stuck in them like I did with the Nike Freeze. As for my overall thoughts, the Escalante 1.5s are an absolutely solid, excellent performing shoe. Anyone coming from a similar type of running shoe shouldn't have much trouble adjusting to them, and those coming from more of a minimal style shouldn't have too long of a break-in period. Although I do have to note, if you are already so used to minimal and swear by it, probably wouldn't like these very much. Mostly just because of how much bigger they would feel. Now, the biggest downside of the Escalantes is that they're typically very expensive, around the $130 mark right now. I got these on a huge sale, so that's why I was able to stomach getting a pair for myself. And even if they don't end up working out for you, they're still very highly rated running shoes. And if you don't run, then they're just really comfortable to wear around. And that does it for my review of the Escalante 1.5s. I hope this was helpful for all you DDR and other dance game players who might be seeking out options for finding the best shoe for you. Because if you're like me, you're always going to be searching for more options. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.